if you wanted to be remembered for the advice you'd given to somebody young in the business, do you know what that is offhand? What you would tell them?
I think it would be remember the power of I don't know.
Oh.
You're like, oh, what does that mean?
No,
Or is that self-evident to you? The power
It's
of I don't
self-evident.
know is...
Stop thinking you know it all.
Stop thinking you know it all. It's about an insatiable appetite to learn. It's about vulnerability, and it's about humility.
Yeah.
So when I think about the people that I hire, even at the most senior levels of our organization, I think about vulnerability, humility, and curiosity as three of the most powerful traits, because I think they allow you to connect with people. That's sort of the power of sort of vulnerability. Humility and curiosity are two sides of the same coin in terms of that appetite to always kind of learn and stay on the front foot, and not just within your sphere, but broadly around kind of the business and the context in which you operate.
are you able to actually interview and assess for those three qualifications or characteristics, I should say?
Well, you remember when you were sort of learning how to interview for the first time back in the day, and they would say, here are the 5 behavioral questions you should ask. I've never been a giant fan of that. Yeah. But I will tell you that some of the ways I try and get at it are asking questions like, what do you want to learn in this next chapter of your career?
Okay.
Because often when someone comes to an interview, they are so busy trying to tell you everything that they already know that it can be a little bit of a surprise for them to get a question around what do you want to learn, and how they respond to that question is often a bit of a tell as to their appetite to continue to grow.
Do they have intention?
Are they willing to be humble in the interview itself?
Correct. So do they have an intention? Have they thought through about what they need to know next? Do they have a sense of where they're going? Right. It's a variation of the, what do you want to be when you grow up question. It doesn't really get at that as much as that question does, right? Which, I don't know. I think we're still asking what do we want to be when we grow up? I think we're still...
I think I definitely am still asking that.
Exactly. I think that's very true. If you're humble enough, you know that that's the question you're asking inside. Exactly.
Constantly.